Oh, Award goes around and hits the wall. Up in the air. Heavy contact for Patricio Award.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Up on our screen. So essentially, the way the car spun was a carbon copy of Felix Rosenqvist, except the car didn't fully complete that 360 rotation. So he first hits with the front of the top. Oh, boy. Lucky not to flip the car.
Yeah, it started to go over, but it stayed on the ground. And IndyCar has done some things to try to keep the cars from getting too far up in the air. And it started on that process, but didn't get too far off.
Just outside the top 10 in the no-toe. Oh, that's very similar to the Pato Award.
Yeah, he was down low, it looked like. Down pretty low, below the white line, and that thing just snapped out from underneath of him, and a hard side impact pancaked the wall.
We'll keep increasing that temperature as well. So really, really ideal conditions here. Oh, and a big hit there for Fernando Alonso. Oh, dearie me.
Yellow turn 3.
You okay, Fernando?
So coming through turn 3, just front lifts up off the ground into the wall. Oh, and straight into the inside wall there.
And you know what? The actual impact, the first impact wasn't bad.
No,
just the right rear.
But it's.
Jake Query in here as well with Anders Krohn, Robin Miller, as we watch this incident with Fernando Alonso.
So far through turn 1 looks pretty good. How many of you qualifying runs have you? Oh! Hinchcliffe with a big one! Big one. Up on its side, he lost it at the apex of turn 2. It went loose, and it went around, and this is bad news for tomorrow unless they race. And here it just snaps loose. He was up high on the track, way up off the white line there, and it just pancakes the wall on the outside. Just a dead flat hit, and it comes up on its side. It doesn't go over. We see with these openings in the bottom of the tunnel, but right here it just snaps. Oh, flat pancake on the wall, and then it doesn't go over all the way because of that safety innovation with the holes in the floor. Look at this, Townsend. Watch it go.
Yeah, he's just high, and he's adding steering because he's going to struggle to make the apex, and that's a violent hit.
And it's very similar to Pato Awards that he suffered earlier in the week on Thursday. It's also similar to Kyle Kaiser, where the car gets up and it goes sideways, but it does not go over. And that's a credit to Dallara and to IndyCar's safety team. And here is his good mate Robert Wickens, and he can't believe what he's seeing either. He heard the reaction of the crowd.
On how fast you are, but look at Helio coming down the slow lane. Davison goes to come into his box. He just runs right in the back of him. I wonder if he's got damage. Look at that tire, almost went into the crowd as well. But
almost went onto the front straightaway. Elio trying to get sneaky and then gets caught out, not realizing that Davison had to get to his pit box.
Very, very lucky for those crew guys.
And by the way, I think Davison missed his box altogether. I think he didn't realize where it was, got confused. Look at Davison's guys waving.
Lucky that tire didn't go out onto the track.
And then Kyle Kaiser put it in the field. That's Sage Karam on the inside.
Yeah, he was just way up high, up in the dirty part of the track. He was lucky that he didn't just push right out into the wall, but he lost it, had it straightened out almost like a Danny Sullivan, a spin and win, but then he got away from him and it went up the track and hit the outside of turn 2 wall.
And look at Will Power with the best view of the accident, just pedals the car out. That's right at the entrance, I think, to turn 2. I think that happened in the short shoot between turns 1 and 2. Let's watch it again. Luckily, he bled a lot of speed off in the
run to this guy, Alexander Rossi. Said he needs to be a little bit better through traffic. On a spin on pit road. Marcus Ericsson on pit road. Rossi finishing up his stop here for Fresh Firestone tires. And a problem for Rossi. They are having a problem here on pit road. They cannot get the fuel to plug in. Remember earlier they had to double clutch it when the fuel got plugged in. They have two guys.
This is what happened to Ericsson, the rookie, the lead rookie.
Locked it up. Wow. On the brakes, on the downshift, hit the nose and the rear wing. So that's a lot of damage right there. Comes sailing in here, and you just see on those downshifts, the car's light, got no downforce, and it locks the rears when you did.
Alexander Rossi takes the Napa Auto Parts Honda to the lead.
Pagano now needs to save fuel. He can't let Rossi go. Oh, we got a crash. And that is what Pagano needed when he was in the lead.
Sebastian Bourdais is in it. Sebastian Bourdais, Felix Rosenquist, Zach Veach, Charlie Kimball. This is huge.
Pagano needed that to happen about 5 seconds beforehand.
Will Power tiptoeing through. What has happened here?
He gets a run, gets down the inside, and he's just, they touch wheels and they touch. So he was obviously upset with Sebastian Bourdais that he turned in on him when he was there.
He hasn't even stopped yet. He's trying to discuss.
That wasn't a nice gesture slap on the head. That was a slap on the head. Hey, I'm mad at you.
Well, Ray Hall was about a quarter of the way up, and you can argue it both ways. Bourdais could have left him room. Graham could have backed out, but they're going for the Indy 500 win.
Oh, he's hot. That was no, hey, are you okay? Watch this.
At this point, Bourdais like, I'm just going to stay right here.
I've been that guy before.
I've been both, too.
Didn't quite get to the level of Clint Boyer and Ryan Newman.
Yeah, just two guys going for the same piece of road. They touch on the entry there. Bourdais holding his line, and Graham got it in there, and Bourdais turned in. He's in the grass.
I don't know if Bourdais holding his line as much as is kind of giving him a little bit of the squeeze going down the back straightaway.
Folks, remember that this is over 220 miles an hour.
And look at Bourdais, tries to catch the slide, but it's too late. Car's gone, and at this point, Graham's up in the dirt and can't see anything in the tire smoke.
And then the guys in the back in that tire smoke, you can't see. Look at all these guys. They're all hard.
That was Rosenquist just flat lost it.
Yeah, hard on the brakes. You can't see, and you're on the brakes, and the rear end comes out from you. Those guys are just trying to lock it down and trying not to hit anything.
Look at Hunter-Reay trying to, just avoid Kimball.
Speaking of Ryan Hunter-Reay, I bet you we've got an onboard of that. Here's a different angle. Oh, look at Bourdais' car climb. Veach is into the wall. Andretti gets through. Dixon gets through. Kimball doesn't. Rosenquist doesn't. Harvey does. Servia does. View from Jack Harvey.
Outside. Yellow. Go low here. Low.
Good
job, buddy. Good job.
Look at Ferrucci. Fast by Ferrucci goes sailing through the grass.
There you go. Good job, buddy. Good job, Jack.
Veach and Rosenquist came on way too hot. Look at this. Oh, it was a big hit for Zach Veach. Massive rear impact.
Ferrucci threaded the needle and then cut through the grass into the wind of the warm-up lane and avoided all of that.
And we were on our way to a record finish. The previous record, 26 cars finished in the Indy 500. There were still 30 on track, but a lot of cars out in this accident.
What this is going to do now, no more fuel issues for Pagano. He's going to be able to go flat out now. So we'll see if he can get back by Rossi, because now with this yellow, it's going to take a little while to clean up. And we've just got word it's gone red, and that is really going to
mix as well. Got plenty of angles for you of the wildest scene in this 103rd Indy 500. James Hinchcliffe, how did it look for Hinch?
Get low. Stop it. Stop. Through the middle. Right. There you go.
Really slow on the inside. He just came out of the pits. So I managed to get around here. I just tried to stop, but then, it was kind of just a pack up of a lot of cars spinning and smoke and grass on the track and all that. So I tried to go on that.